जाएगा, पक्का हो जाएगा। अच्छा जी, यहाँ पे देखें जी, सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द टाइटल है। This novel has borrowed the title from the type of music, jazz music. There is a hint of this music throughout the novel. The title, though, holds simplicity, but there lies the complexity of narrative structure to which the word jazz alludes. The music jazz has no sequence and it works randomly. The novel is also seen without the proper sequence of the event. The musical jazz is played structurally throughout the novel. There are solos in the form of alternating character voices and the feeling dissonance and harmony at the same time. ठीक है, एक तरफ क्या था कि उसमें जैज में स्ट्रक्चरली थ्रू आउट द नॉवल कुछ सोलोस थे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग कैरेक्टर वॉइसेस, ठीक है। और दूसरी तरफ क्या था, फीलिंग डिसोनेंस एंड हार्मनी। एक तरफ वो डिसोनेंस और हार्मनी दोनों एट द सेम टाइम हम देखते थे। एक तरफ हार्मनी थी जैज की और एक तरफ उसकी डिसोनेंस थी एट द सेम टाइम। जैज इज द वाइब ऑफ द सिटी एंड जैज इज अ टॉनिक टू स्टर अप द वेंजीन, ठीक है। एक तरफ वो वाइब ऑफ द सिटी था और दूसरी तरफ जो है वो क्या करता था, टॉनिक टू स्टर अप द वेंजीन्स, वेंजीन्स को जो है वो उभारता था। द जैज म्यूजिक ऑफ 1920 situates the nature in a particular cultural and historical moment when a black aesthetic style was gaining floor. Jazz music contains the notes of high and low pitch. It also follows the disrupted rhythms. Jazz is an irregular music with no constant beat. It symbolizes life. The title is called jazz because the lives of the character are continuously going through ups and downs of the life. They are all dispersed and disorganized. Music is used as a weapon that the city has to control its citizens. Jazz refers to sadness that is present inside every character. Violets, uh, ribaldry, and Joe's flared passion. Rivalry, sorry. Rivalry है ये। और rivalry means कि उसकी violence जो थी, एक उसकी बगावत जो थी। Jazz refers to the disappearance of the wild that takes place as her body is replaced with a trace of music, and that music or sound haunts Joe's memories for the rest of the life. Jazz refers to the racial segregation that was dominating in America at that time. The American African people lost everything they owned in the Holocaustic activity. They lost lives, fall a prey to slavery. They were not identified as human beings and were ill-treated. Jazz symbolizes the black music, which is reconceptualizing the jazz by both musical and literary form. The writer incorporates the elements of genre of the jazz music as a way of honoring African American lives and their creative and cultural production, as well as creating a new hybrid form of expression. This is why we can see a frustration and difficulty in a reader while reading. In the novel, Morrison describes the city New York in a vivid and descriptive visual terms. It is imaginistic and sonorous. Jazz is although unusual for literature but usual for music. The title refers to the difference between youth and age. The characters in Variety, Violet wants to seem young. Uh, uh, she keeps parrots in order to free her from loneliness. She eagerly wants to have a baby. She did not need a baby when she was young. Dorcas attracts Joe with her lively nature. There is a contrast between this age. The title also symbolizes the violence. Many violent indicates in violent incident took place. It may be due to the violent behavior of the character. The violent behavior of Joe takes the life of Dorcas. Violence of Violet is seen in many scenes. The violence of black people during migration is also depicted in the novel. To conclude, it is to be stated that just like the patterns and the rhythms of the jazz music, this novel also has many ups and downs and is a complete blend of musical and literary taste. The title justifies the miserable lives of African American people. Their lives were like an unending sad song. Writer has beautifully amalgamated different themes. The novel does not fit into the classical novel format. Just like jazz music, the writing style of the poetess is also very musical and magical and historic.